Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Bet. All right. I'll go first. All right. All right. I'm Stage. I play guitar in Dropout Kings.
I'm Rob, and I play the bass in Dropout Kings.
Cool beans. Okay.
Bada boom, bada bing.
So,
Yeah.
why did you switch your band name from Phoenix Down to Dropout Kings, and where did the inspiration come from?
So yeah, it was Phoenix Down for about 6 months or something like that. But there was another group with the name, and we didn't know about it at first, and then we found out that there was another group with that name, and then we messaged them. They'd been inactive for like a few years, but then it was just like weird trying to like get the rights to the name, and we were just like, let's just change it because it's not the end of the world. Yeah. And then Dropout Kings, I don't necessarily remember. There's not like some big deep meaning to it.
Yeah, just like every other band, it's just.
We were just pitching around a bunch of terrible band names, and we were like, hey, we hate this one the least.
Yeah,
but
became the.
Yeah, it just happened. And then it's also confusing because like our abbreviation is DOK, but like Dropout is like everyone like spaces it out. They'll be like Dropout Kings because of it, but it's not, But yeah, no deep meaning unless in another interview someone says there is a deep meaning, then there's totally a deep meaning behind the name.
Sounds good.
It comes from the heart.
What did you guys grow up listening to?
Oh man, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like between both my parents, they were like two ends of spectrum of music. So
Same.
Pretty much everything from like Led Zeppelin. My mom listened to Metallica. My dad was super into like Pink Floyd, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere along the line, I heard metal and just caught my ear. I was like, "Ooh, yeah, that's screamy stuff."
Yeah, I was like same deal. Like dad rock growing up. My mom raised us on country. My dad raised us on dad rock, and and then I started listening to a bunch of rap, being a sad little white kid, But a lot of dad rock, I would say.
Yeah, I was raised on dad rock.
Yeah, we were not listening to Creed right before we started this at all.
So, what made you want to be a musician, or who?
Good one.
I mean, me was just actually the band that got me to be like, I want to play guitar was System of a Down. I couldn't tell you why. That was just like the age where I was like, you know what? I can learn how to play guitar. I'm going to do it. And this band has inspired.
System of a Down's probably like one of yours and Adam's like favorite bands. I feel like
Adam and I will just like sing that shit in the band like randomly.
Yeah.
It's great.
But I don't know. I would say like Tool and Under Oath for me, like really got me into the like creative side of it all. But I like was playing guitar for like a year before I like even acknowledged that people who played instruments like were in bands and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I could like be in a band now that I like play an instrument. But yeah, I would say like early influences were like Under Oath and Tool. System of a Down. When BYOB came out, that was like
that album, yeah.
that was the time.
Mesmerizing guitars.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, as a band, who would you say inspires your music?
It would have to be several, I think. You can't just,
I mean, the easy go-to answer is like Linkin Park as far as the general
hip-hop,
the basic idea of it.
Genre,
just like a modern take on it. It's trap beats now instead of just, everything's a little more modern. But I feel like we get compared to them a lot, but I feel like it's justified there. I see how that happens. But rap side of things, like Denzel Curry, I think is like the closest translation over to us.
Yeah.
It's kind of just that angsty vibe over a rap beat. Right. You got any other ones? I feel like those are, Linkin Park and Denzel Curry.
I mean, if you want, you can throw a little Limp Bizkit in there.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit?
That's fair.
I've never heard that one. I've heard Attila from some people because it has like the hyphy party vibe.
I was gonna say like, cause we have like songs that like are not the most meaningful lyrics, but it's just hype the whole time. So like I get it. It's a good time.
What is the craziest thing to ever happen at a show?
God. I don't know. There's definitely been a lot to put one.
Well, like there was a show where Adam wore the Chucky mask from Rugrats the entire time.
Yeah.
That was hype. I dislocated my knee on stage at the Chain Reaction.
That's right.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. And
I feel like some crazy shit.
Rob's like knocked mic stands into my face a few times.
Yeah.
But you got any others?
While playing a show?
Yeah, like during a show. Trying to think like if anything crazy in the crowd. Oh, one time, I forget what state we were in, but a dude like overdosed on acid or something. Like, is that possible?
That's right.
A dude literally died.
That was Portland? Was that Portland?
I don't remember, but a dude literally died while we were loading on stage, and like it happened like right next to us, and we were like, "What the fuck's happening?"
Dang.
And then we had to like play the show still. We were like, "This is fucking weird."
Oh my gosh, that would suck
Yeah.
so much.
It was a little weird. It was a little weird.
Then there was the gathering altogether.
Oh yeah,
That was
a lot. Okay, yeah. We played it. Yeah, the Gathering Festival, and it was pretty much like everywhere you look, some crazy shit was popping off.
There were naked people everywhere.
As soon as we got there, we like took golf carts to like the back stage area, and literally the first person we saw there was just this like 250-pound man, like probably mid 40s, just butt ass naked on top of a golf cart.
Yeah.
Just helicopter dicking it around.
Yeah, he kept like cruising around that thing, just like spread out, like woo.
Yeah, that was the first thing we saw when we got there. So
that would be so traumatizing.
There's a lot of crazy stuff
Definitely
there.
Experience.
Yeah,
to be experienced.
that place was a place.
It was a place.
Have you ever accidentally smacked anybody with your guitar neck on stage? Or like the head of your guitar?
Yes.
I have not, but Rob, I've caught Rob's wrath. Rob
hit him once or twice. I actually broke my nose from a previous band getting hit in the face by another bandmate. So that was cool. But I do it from time to time.
Adam will catch us with a mic cable all the time.
That's usually what it is. Like when they're going back and forth, we're kind of in our
It's something that you never think about. You always think headstocks are deadly, but a vocalist just busting out windmills with a mic cable will whip you pretty damn good. So, yeah. I remember Rob got tagged in the neck real bad with a mic cable. Yeah, it was like a huge welt on your neck. Yeah. It was a good time. But yeah, I haven't hit anyone yet, but Rob's due for a couple from me. So we'll see.
We'll see how that goes.
How long did it take you guys to learn guitar, bass guitar and guitar?
Rob also plays guitar, so it's chill.
Yeah, it's like
this. Oh, that's cool.
Kinda. So like, I don't know. I'd say over the span of a few years, just consistently playing. I mean, not too consistently.
Like how long until you were like, okay, I'm decent at this?
It was like a few years.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when I like really got serious about the band thing. I was like, yeah, I can actually do this.
Yeah.
And then it was just like self-taught, and then you just learn more things from there.
Yeah, it's always good to hang out with people that are like way more talented than you, and pretty much just like be like, I'm always trash at my craft, and I need to get better. You pretty much need to keep that mentality forever.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, it was like probably like 6 months. And then I was like, okay, I'm like decent at this. I'm left-handed, but I play guitar right-handed. So like my good hand is doing all the fret work, which I feel like helped me kind of, for me at least. But yeah, 6 months to a year.
Who was it? Some guitar YouTuber. I can't remember. It was like Andrew Bana maybe, but somebody tried to play the guitar opposite of their dominant hand, and they ended up saying it was like easier. Like it felt more comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it's a life hack.
Nice.
Yeah.
But don't tell anybody.
How long until you felt comfortable to like do a show and get in front of a crowd?
Oh, what was that? Our last band. That was your first show.
Okay, so I played a show before that, but that was my first like real show. Me and Trevor's very first band, we played a show before we joined the Bad Chapter. But yeah, our last band was basically my first real show, and I'd probably been playing for like 5 years by then. And it was at a pretty big venue out here in Detroit, and it was sold out. It was our buddy band's Sycamore CD release, and we were co-headlining with them. And on the way to the stage, I was like, the green room was all downstairs, and I was walking up the stairs to the stage, and I bumped the fire alarm at this sold out show, and the fire alarm went off, and all the bands downstairs were like, are we evacuating? Who's on fire? And then I ran away, and it was all fine, and no one left when we played the show.
No one left.
Good time.
So if it was on fire, we all would have died. But
times.
it was chill. So yeah, first show, set the fire alarm off going on stage.
Sounds like a success.
Yeah, it was a
Started off
great
with
time.
bang.
Total good time.
What would your advice be to any people getting ready for their first show?
Get drunk.
Yeah, definitely. Take a couple shots first.
Yeah.
You'll be just fine.
Actual advice, I feel like solid advice would be like, people, like when you're that early on, you'll practice your song like over and over again, and it'll always be like start to finish. But like people never practice like jumping in from a section of a song. Like, you know, like say you're playing and you drop your pick, and then all of a sudden you like miss this 4-bar part of your song.
Yeah.
Your brain like can randomly just get lost, and you don't know what the hell you're doing now. You like, your mind can just go blank, and you don't know where to jump back in. That's the worst feeling.
Yeah, that's terrible.
When in doubt, just hit open. That's your advice right there.
For sure.
But yeah, just practice. Maybe get drunk. It's a good time.
I remember, when I did that little run with I See Stars years ago. Okay, and that's what he told me. He's like, hey, you forget anything, just hit open.
It's facts, though, you know? Especially in metalcore, like 99% of the songs, like your open is the root of the song. You'll be fine. Just hit open.
What did the behind scenes of the Glitch Gang album look like? What is your guys' writing process?
That EP, I pretty much wrote solely. I engineered all that out of my house, actually, except for the vocals. We recorded the vocals. We pre-pro'd them at my house, and then we recorded them at Cameron Mizell flew out to Arizona, and we recorded the vocals with him at a studio out there. But it was basically like we would write a general beat idea, or our buddy Trey Scott, he does some of our beats for us. He did the beat for Glitch Gang, the single, and he'll send us some beat ideas, and then like we'll send those out to like Adam and Eddie, see which ones they're vibing on, and then they'll come and record some vocals with me. And then basically after it's like a rap beat with vocals, I'll like then morph that into like an actual song, and then take that to a producer and have him polish it up, etc. But basically like that. We try to make it more rap influenced first before like it's easier to turn a rap song into a heavy song than it is to turn a heavy song into a instrumental. Yeah, turning heavy into a rap song is a lot harder than doing it the other way.
So this is a question for Adam. Should we do it again anyways? So why did he choose Eddie Wells?
Yeah, I'm Adam now.
Okay.
So yeah, we found Eddie. Adam found a video of Eddie doing like a rap cipher, like a kind of like a battle rap cipher at a local thing in Arizona. And Adam was working on a Linkin Park cover at the time, just to put out content. And then he was looking for someone to do the rap verses, but he wanted to find someone to like do their own rap verse and not just the same one from the song. And then, yeah, he found a video of Eddie doing ciphers and was like, yo, this kid's dope as hell. And then they just linked up at the studio and recorded that cover, and that's how we met Eddie. But he's the homie.
Yeah.
I'm glad that all worked out. Yeah.
Sure.
Did you think it would lead to this band?
Like, no. And like when it was Phoenix Down, it like wasn't even supposed to be like a real band. It was literally just like it was all just gonna be online, just like put out content. Yeah. And then because we were all in another band at the time. Everyone, me, Rob, our drummer Trevor, and Adam were all in a band at the time. And then we were just doing that for studio extra content basically. Yeah. But then we got offered from Napalm Records that was like a dumb amount of money especially for a first cycle. And we were just like, oh, okay, I guess this is a real band now. So that's how that happened. Honestly, everything with this band kind of just like fell into place. Really? Like we've all been in the music scene for like ever, but this band, it was like it just kind of started taking off like more than normal from the get-go.
That's like what anybody could want.
Yeah, right. It was great. It's a good time. I haven't quit yet, so we're good. Maybe tomorrow.
No. Yeah. What made you guys switch from Napalm to Stay Sick?
So how do I answer this politically correct? So Napalm was always really nice to us, and again, the budget they gave us was very healthy. But all the other bands on that label like are so not us at all. They're like a bunch of like European black metal bands, and like so all the like built-in engagement from the label was usually like not a good time for our band. Everyone was just like, what the hell are these? Not that it mattered, but it just like was an odd fit. And the rep that actually got us on that label left the label pretty much as soon as we got on the label. So then we were kind of like thrown into all these new people at the label that didn't really get the project. So, and we'd been talking with Franz for like a while. We've known him from our previous band, but the Stay Sick just made sense from a brand point. It kind of like was on the same spec. And then like we agreed to just do a 1 album, 1 cycle deal with them. And it was like a fair trade-off. So we were just like, there's honestly no real downside to it. So we just did it. But
that makes sense.
No hard feelings with either.
Yeah, it makes sense though, like, because I've subscribed to Napalm for so long, and that was when I first found you guys, and even when I found you, I was like, they're sick, but like, what an odd label.
They're like, what the hell is this?
What do you hope for the band within about 5 years? What is the band's goals or personal?
Well, one, I hope this virus stuff just ends.
Wait, there's a virus?
You haven't heard, dude?
No.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, I'll look into it. But yeah, I mean, 5 years, so that would be 2 more albums out. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we just get to keep on doing what we're doing, putting out music. Hopefully we're playing live shows, and yeah, like nothing crazy. We just want to keep doing what we're doing. It's a fun job.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully COVID-19 can fuck off eventually.
Just let us live.
Yeah, let me live. But yeah, as far as right now, all that I care about is hopefully we'll be playing live shows and being able to put out albums and go play it. Because we actually have never played a single song off the Glitch Gang EP, and that's been out for a year.
Really?
So, yeah, never. We have yet to play a single song live. No shows.
That's so crazy.
It's a sad boy time.
I know you guys aren't in Arizona at the moment, but for all the other hopeful musicians out there, what type of music scene should they look for where they live? Like, what was it like where you guys lived?
I'll let you go for that. Well, you were super in the Detroit scene.
Yeah, the music scene here was huge, dude. It's not anywhere near as big as what it was, honestly.
It's still rock solid though. You guys have a community
as a whole, but it's like the local scene has nearly died anymore. But that's honestly probably because of the freaking I don't know, can we swear on here?
Yeah.
It's too late. It's too late. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the virus or whatnot, but it's definitely died down either way. It's
we're
not
also
as hype.
We're also getting older, though, you know?
That is true. But I still keep tabs. You know? And it's just not, there aren't as many places to play in.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
That's what sucks is all the venues that are usually amazing are the ones that get, like, fucked over and end up closing. So that's, like, so I would say, yeah, if you're looking for a scene, like, find the venue that's, like, dope to hang out with.
Yeah, like this spot.
There's so many, like, local venues where it's, like, the staff's just, like, assholes and, like, they make it not a good time. So it's, like, find the place that's fun to hang out with that your friends, like, are like, oh, yeah, I'll go hang out there for the night, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like pretty much everywhere now, especially with the internet, obviously, like, you can find a scene for any genre anywhere, you know? But
Facebook
people
group.
just gotta actually actually communicate, though, and go to a show.
Right.
But
say the internet's a vast place anymore. You can pretty much type in anything and
Right.
find wherever you need to go.
Our local venue is an indoor skate shop because we're such a small town.
Sick. Places like that, that's cool that they're doing.
But see, like, that's like, that would be like a trendy, cool place to go hang out.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't like a big one here, like called like MySpace?
MySpace Cafe.
Right. Just find a dope venue.
And then another one for the hopeful musicians. What would be your best advice to any bands trying to start their music careers?
I almost said don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking change your mind. No. Man, there's so many different ways you can answer that.
Make sure you're committed to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I feel like it's good to, like, set like I want to be here by the time I'm this old, etc. Like, yeah, you got to have goals in it because you can get in a stagnant loop real easy.
Yeah, you constantly have to keep moving.
Because, like, and it's, like, obviously hard being a musician, like, you know, like, you're not working like your typical 9 to 5 and, like, you're constantly wondering where your next amount of income is going to be coming from. So I think having goals set up and, like, being like, by the time I'm this age, I hope that this type of stuff is around. And then you gotta eventually, though, just, like, pull the trigger on it. Like, you can't be half in and half out on it to do it professionally. Like, it's gonna take, like, people think that they can just, like, do music and it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be dope. Like, I don't even have to get a job. But it's like,
just find you a job that is either cool with you being a touring musician,
right?
Definitely. Or that you don't care that you can just quit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your life. If you're trying to be a musician, you're gonna struggle with that the most, I think.
You're either gonna be an audio engineer, producer, a tattoo artist, or you're gonna have worked at every part-time job that exists because you just quit them every time you go on tour.
Yeah.
But sorry.
That's
whiskey.
Okay.
But
what type?
It's actually Conor McGregor's Proper 12.
Ooh,
our producer,
that's my favorite.
Our producer
so good.
bought me this bottle for Christmas, actually. So shouts out to Nick. Supplying the booze.
We have a band that practices here, and they bring over a bottle every time they practice as their rent for using our garage.
Nice.
Oh, sick. Hell yeah. That's a fair trade.
Oh, and then my final question. I told my husband about what happened last night because I'm super gullible, and you asked me what 420 was, and I thought you actually didn't know.
Yo, that shit was fucking ugly, bro. You should have been there. I fucking looked at her dead ass in the eye. She was like, so, yeah, you guys are all 420 friendly. What's your favorite strand?
Yeah.
And I was like, what's 420? Yeah, no, she dead ass thought I didn't know. It was great.
Dude.
But yeah, I have like a disgustingly gross, dry sense of humor. Very dry humor.
That's exactly, that's how all of my friends are, and I'm the most gullible person ever.
Hell yeah.
I fall for it every time. But yeah, so.
What's your favorite type of weed, though? You're way more of like a weed type guy than I am.
Your favorite strain?
I basically told her that if it was green, we would smoke it, but
not always true.
It's pretty true when you're on tour, though.
I mean, yeah, tour, you'll smoke anything. You're looking for like crumbs on the fucking band floor.
That's what I'm saying. One time when we were recording an album, I literally, this shit's sad. We rented out a cabin up in the woods, and we were pre-proing out an album for a month. And it was like so hard to get weed out there because we're in the middle of nowhere. So I literally took my studio keyboard that has had like so much weed smoked over it in its lifetime. And I literally busted out all the keys.
No.
I took all the keys out and
Desperate.
took all the
times.
weed out. But we got high.
We did.
And
We
the deed
did.
was dealt with.
Mhm.
But so yeah, again, if it's green, we'll smoke it. But what's your favorite type?
Green crack.
Oh, that's
That's
okay.
a
I was
good
trying to
one.
remember one, and yeah, that's
green
definitely
crack
what it
is
was.
Definitely my number one.
I feel that. I'll agree with that.
Honestly, get a nice Zoom chat. Should be
Mhm.
possible.
I know it's a digital space. Get on
This
there.
is what we do now. This is the new norm.
Yeah, this is hanging out with your friends now.
All right, love you. Okay.
Love you
my
too.
God, we'll just start it off, and I'll act surprised because Stage and I did this last night.
Yeah,
Nice.
or don't, whatever. California's huge. How about y'all just cut it in half and like make it two different things?
They tried.
Northern and Southern California.
Yeah, make it North Cal. They should pull like a New Mexico and just call it New California, and then everyone will think it's cooler,
Right.
and they'll
New
move
California.
there, and then like LA might be tolerable now.
Yeah, for sure.
Have a good night.
You as
You
well.
as well.
Um,
Thanks, bro.
James.